Do you think it's a good idea to relocate to a new city or country?
I think it can be a great idea. It offers a chance for new experiences and personal growth. You can explore different cultures, meet new people, and often find better job opportunities. However, it can also be challenging and requires a lot of planning and adaptability.
Have you ever relocated to a new place?
Yes, I relocated from my hometown to a different city for university. It was a significant change and a bit scary at first. However, it was also very exciting, helped me become more independent and confident in handling new situations.
What do you think are the biggest challenges of relocating?
The biggest challenges are definitely the emotional ones. Leaving your family and friends behind can be difficult. Additionally, adapting to a new environment, finding housing, and navigating a new culture can be stressful. It takes time to build a new support system.
How do people typically find places to live when they relocate?
Most people use online platforms and real estate websites to search for accommodation. They might also contact a relocation agent or use their professional network for recommendations. Some people visit the new place beforehand to physically check out potential neighborhoods and apartments.
Do you believe that relocating is more difficult for older people than for younger people?
Yes, I think it can be. Younger people are often more flexible and open to change. Older people might have more established routines, deeper social connections, and health considerations that make a move more challenging. They may also find it harder to learn new technologies and social customs. A very memorable time when I moved was during my final year of secondary school, when my family and I relocated from a bustling neighborhood in the city center to a quieter suburban area on the outskirts. My parents had decided that the new house offered a better living environment with more space and a garden, and it was also closer to my father's workplace. Although it meant a longer commute to my school for that last year, the move was seen as a positive step for the whole family. Initially, I felt a mix of emotions about the move. There was a sense of excitement about having a bigger house and the prospect of a more peaceful lifestyle away from the city's noise. At the same time, I was quite sad about leaving my childhood neighborhood and the friends who lived nearby. I worried about the long bus journey to school and feared that I would feel isolated from my social circle, especially since it was such a crucial year for our final exams. The change felt daunting, and I struggled to adjust to the new routine and the unfamiliar surroundings. However, this move turned out to be a profoundly influential experience. It forced me out of my comfort zone and taught me a great deal about independence and adaptability. Since I was no longer a short walk away from my friends, I had to be more proactive in planning social activities and managing my time. This experience helped me become more self-reliant and responsible. The long bus journeys also became a valuable opportunity for me to study or simply relax and listen to music, which helped me manage the stress of my exams. Ultimately, the move showed me that change, while challenging, can lead to unexpected personal growth. It gave me the confidence to embrace new environments and situations, a skill that has been incredibly useful in my life ever since.
What are the main psychological effects of relocating to a new country?
Relocating can have profound psychological effects, with a mixture of excitement and significant stress being the most common responses. Initially, many people experience a honeymoon phase, where they are thrilled by the novelty of their new environment, from the new sights and sounds to the different food and culture. However, this is often followed by a period of culture shock, which can lead to feelings of confusion, frustration, or even depression as they navigate unfamiliar social norms and linguistic challenges. This transition can be isolating, leading to a sense of loss for their previous life and social support network. The long-term effects, however, often lead to a greater sense of resilience, cultural awareness, and self-reliance as they successfully adapt and build a new life for themselves. The experience ultimately forces individuals to confront their comfort zones and grow in ways they may not have anticipated.
How does technology like the internet and social media change the experience of relocation?
Technology has fundamentally transformed the experience of relocation by making the world feel much smaller and more connected. In the past, moving meant a significant break from one's social circles and a slow process of acclimatizing to a new place with limited support. Now, the internet and social media allow people to maintain close contact with family and friends through video calls and instant messaging, which significantly reduces the feeling of isolation and homesickness. Moreover, these platforms are vital tools for practical matters. Newcomers can use social media groups to find housing, connect with fellow expatriates, or even find a job. However, this constant connectivity also has a downside. It can make it harder for people to fully immerse themselves in their new culture and build genuine relationships locally. The temptation to live in a digital bubble of their home country's culture and language can slow down the process of integration and adaptation, creating a sense of being perpetually caught between two worlds.
Do you think governments should provide more support for people who relocate? And if so, what kind of support?
Yes, I believe that governments have a crucial role to play in supporting individuals who relocate, as successful integration benefits both the individual and the host country. This support should go beyond simple immigration processing. A key area for government intervention is providing comprehensive language training and cultural orientation programs. These are vital for helping newcomers understand local customs and social norms, which is often a major source of stress. Additionally, governments could offer more robust support for professional integration, such as recognizing foreign qualifications and providing job search assistance. This would help highly skilled individuals contribute to the economy more quickly. Furthermore, providing accessible mental health services tailored to the unique challenges of relocation, such as culture shock and isolation, would be a huge step. Finally, offering financial assistance or housing subsidies in the initial months would greatly ease the burden on newcomers, allowing them to settle in without immediate financial pressure. Such support systems would foster smoother transitions and promote long-term social cohesion.
What are the environmental consequences of global human migration and relocation?
The environmental consequences of global migration and relocation are complex and multifaceted. On one hand, the increased movement of people contributes to a larger carbon footprint due to air travel. The expansion of cities to accommodate growing populations also leads to increased urban sprawl, habitat destruction, and a greater demand for resources like water and energy. This can put a significant strain on the infrastructure of host countries, particularly in densely populated urban centers. However, relocation is not always a net negative. In some cases, migrants move to countries with more advanced environmental policies and infrastructure, leading to a reduction in their overall environmental impact. For example, a person relocating from a country with limited waste management to one with robust recycling programs may adopt more sustainable habits. Furthermore, the transfer of knowledge and innovative environmental practices can occur, with migrants bringing new ideas about sustainable living and agriculture from their home countries. Ultimately, the environmental impact depends heavily on the scale of migration, the policies of the host country, and the specific consumption habits of the relocated population.
How has globalization influenced the rate and reasons for relocation in recent years?
Globalization has been a primary catalyst for the increased rate and diversity of reasons for relocation in recent years. The global economy has created more job opportunities that are not confined to a single country, prompting a significant number of people to relocate for work in multinational corporations or specialized fields. The advent of global supply chains and remote work has also made it more feasible for individuals to live in one country while working for a company based in another. Additionally, the ease of travel and access to information about different countries has encouraged educational migration, with students seeking higher education abroad more than ever before. Furthermore, globalization has led to increased political and economic instability in certain regions, acting as a push factor for relocation. On the other hand, the spread of global culture and the media has also made some countries appear more appealing, leading to voluntary migration for lifestyle reasons. In essence, globalization has dissolved many of the traditional barriers to relocation, making it a much more accessible and common life choice than it was in previous generations.